Morning. This is the first day of our hunt. You can see the river back below us. The river's about 1,200 feet. And we had to come up this little hill here. It drops off into this vast valley, which you'll see in a little bit. And Joe already spotted a herd of elk up there. They're a few miles away, and they're probably a couple thousand feet higher than us in this old burn up area up there. There's some old timber. We're doing a little scouting trip this morning, back in real light. Then we'll go in there for several days on end later. And so this is our first day. We're gonna come on up into here and check things out. You can see in the center of the screen, you see where some timber dips down into an upside down arrow. Those elk are above that. Like I said, we're just scouting, not necessarily going after them today, but definitely in the future if we can't find anything closer.
We won't find anything closer.
So we're definitely going after them.
Yeah, that's the closest elk we'll probably find.
Once we get across this, it'll be easy going.
Yeah, this little creek right here. A lot of times we'll make the comment that, you know, we're going to hunt up from the bottom or hunt down from the top. But everybody who's hunted this country or been over here knows there's no such thing. Whether you're hunting up or whether you're hunting down or whether you're hunting sideways, there's always a lot of up and down involved in it. And it is rugged country. It tears you up, but it is a lot of fun.
If I'd quit moving, it'd be nice. Well, they got away. And that's them. Really far away. There's 22 of them. The bull's pushing them from behind. Well, we're way over here. They got away from us again, Joe.
Alright. About a mile over across that canyon right now. We're right here next to us. And they were really scattered out in this draw. And we saw them from down, I don't know, a mile and a half or so down a canyon. What we didn't realize is there were a lot more elk than we knew about, and they were scattered through that burn. And no matter where we ever had looked at them earlier, we never could see the ones in that draw. We ended up bumping some close, and we didn't even know we spooked them until we looked out ahead of us, and three ridges ahead of us, here goes a line of elk. and so the deal was up, and they're over there now. So
Let's see your sandwich.
like that. Sandwich is kind of taking it on the chin on these deals. We beat them up all day, then eat them. But,
They're more tender that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Jason made it too, so you can tell. 2 slabs of lunch meat. Not as bad as Sam. My brother Sam made me one time a peanut butter and peanut butter sandwich because he don't like jelly. And he gave me a Diet Coke to choke it down with. So you're doing good, Sam. Or Jason, we got water and we got meat.
All right.
Anyway. There's several canyons that look just like this. And about 3 canyons that way is a big ridge. It's actually this one up here with these rocks. And if we cross, we go over about 2 or 3 canyons like we're in. And then we cross over that main ridge. And when we get into there, we know there's a big canyon over there that we've hunted from years in the past from up on top of this country by coming down by road. So we know what's over there, and that country always holds elk. We just thought we'd hunt this closer stuff to camp first.
Yeah, this is stuff we still haven't seen. Once we get on the other side of that big ridge, we'll be in familiar territory.
Right.
And you can see that line of elk. Those are the ones that we were chasing. And unfortunately for us, it really didn't take them very long to get over there.
Yeah, it takes them 10 minutes, takes us 3 days. Anyway.
And I think they're in better shape.
We'll probably spend the night in that saddle or something like that, right at what we're looking at. And then in the morning we can hunt that next canyon over, and from there we're probably going to start a 3 to 5 day trip hunting to the north of us here. We got to hike back down that ridge and get ready for a 3 to 5 day trip. Jason and I had split up here and taken separate routes down off this ridge. He'd come down the draw and I could never see him, but from where that doe was, I always knew where he was at. She was watching him the entire time. I didn't know if he seen her or not, but she knew where he was.
I didn't even know she was there until Joe showed me the video later.
This is pretty common, especially with deer. They'll get in a spot like that and they'll see you and they'll just freeze and stand there and you'll walk right by them. Blacktails really do it. This happens all the time.
Well, they got away again, at least for today. We come up off of this bluff here, back down into this saddle, and we got to drop another, I don't know, 800 feet or 1,000 feet to get to camp. And I got foiled again. Joe was just cameraman today, and I was a shooter. And saw 6 bucks, a couple bulls, and 2 bear. And the bear we didn't get on video, but since I got foiled again, I got to do my traditional sons of bitches.
We believe you on the bear, though.
Yeah, hey, they were wrestling too. It was really cool.
Notice we split up for 10 minutes, and that's the only time we see this.
It's not my fault you can't find bear.
No, we saw sign everywhere. There's more bear in this country than you can shake a stick at.
This is a pretty typical sight that happens to us. We came around into view, and suddenly we saw this elk herd, and they were already on the move. We never were sure if it was us that scared them or something else. Chances are it was us, but the way the wind was blowing, who knows? All I know is they didn't really want to stick around to find out exactly what it was.
This morning there were 2 herds of elk up on this ridge, and they're both over the other side now. You can see that there's timber over there. We know that there's timber over there from aerial photos. And you can see the tops of some of the trees just over the ridge. Just getting up here, you use quite a bit of water, so this is not really what we want to do here. So we're gonna, if we need to, we're gonna take our stuff and go up on top of that main ridge, and if we need to during the middle of the day, we'll just come back down this side and travel down one of these creeks till we get into better water.